My name is Pauline Ledezma, and I live in Lamont, Illinois. I've been living there approximately 3 years. I live there with my daughters, Natalie, Melanie, and Evelyn, and we have recently been going to the Community Christian Church for approximately 4 months. Ever since I was young, I always believed in God, but I feel that I didn't have the right guidance to help me to actually have a relationship with Him. So as my life went on, and I made very bad decisions, and I married a man very young who mentally abused me. I met a woman when I was married, and we became best friends, and I just loved her. Probably about 4 years into our friendship, she started an affair with my husband at the time. I was lost at that point. I didn't know what to do anymore. But finally I took my kids and I left. I had to move in with my mother and my sister for a while, and 2 years later is when I met Jim. I fell head over heels in love with Jim. And, you know, Jim loved me. He really loved me. But Jim had a lot of problems, a lot of addictions. He was an alcoholic, and he wouldn't work, and we never married, but we had Evelyn, and I thought maybe this would help too, but, you know, he couldn't fight it. So I woke up one morning and he was gone. I found him, he was gone. And he had been gone too long, and they couldn't bring him back. And I blame myself because I didn't go out there and I didn't check on him and I didn't tell him, you know, it's gonna be okay. When I first walked into the Community Christian Church in Lamont, everybody was smiling. As I walked through the door, I was told, "Thank you for coming. Go have yourself some coffee." You know, there was just, everybody was standing there talking. Nobody was just sitting down. I remember when the service started and the band started playing and everybody was clapping or they were dancing. I'm just kind of standing there because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. You know, so I just said, you know, like I just stood there. And then when we sat down and Pastor Dave went up and he started to talk about getting past your past and living for today and being able to move on, I just remember breaking down. I just remember crying the entire time. And it wasn't because I was feeling sorry for myself at that moment. It was because I felt this pain that I had inside of me just like rush out, and I didn't know what to do. I felt different, not so heavy, not so depressed. When Jim died, he was sick. He had addictions and problems, and I was trying to help him, taking him to doctors and you know, getting him medications and doing all this. And so what happened was I ended up using a credit card, and it just seemed to, you know, evolve into something that I couldn't pay. And when I went to the church and I spoke to Pastor Dave and I told him, you know, I was very afraid, you know, at this point, you know, here's this man, he's gone, I have nothing. I don't want my children to be without. I don't want to lose my job. I don't know what to do. And they reached out to me and said, "Here, we don't know you, but you're in trouble and we're gonna help you." That was just like, wow. I mean, who does that? So I in turn want to give back to God now. I want to give to Him. I want to tithe. I want to show how much I appreciate God and the people at the church. I want to be able to do the same for somebody else one day. I live for Sundays. I live to go there and see everybody. I live for Tuesdays, my small group. I want more. Sunday and Tuesday is not good enough anymore, so I'm looking for things to get involved in and do, because I just love these people and I never have any intention of leaving. My name is Pauline Ledezma, and I am all in.